It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. The arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. He is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
That is caught downfield by Odunze. And we get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Swift. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Play action. Now, Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Throwing again, Wilson. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Harris. A gain there of 10 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first down, right back to Harris.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go play action now. Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
A run with Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Harris again. And the Steelers have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
They go play action with Wilson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On the give, here's Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He finds his big tight end, Everett. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. A play fake. Now Williams. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch. On
the ground, it's Swift. The Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Now he'll run. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll take off again. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
A give, and here comes Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Open man, left side, he's got it. One of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a 1st down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Dante Jackson that time, in on the tackle. Second and 7. Another run here with Johnson. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there, and a 1st down. They'll put Everett in motion here. On 1st down, right back to Johnson. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he'll take it on in. Roll, Otunze. Touchdown, Bears.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They run it over center with Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. Kyler Gordon there to make the tackle. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Third and long, it's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
I'm always curious how defenses come back on the field after allowing a touchdown on the previous possession. And so far, I'm liking what I see. There's no heads being held low. There's no dwelling and thinking back to that last drive. They've come out and completely dominated this next possession.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
On the handoff, it's Harris. Not much developing there. Short pickup down to the 47. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Wilson. Now a screen set up for Harris. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. To throw again is Wilson. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. Second and a yard. To throw is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
First and 10. Throwing again, Williams. He's going to keep it himself. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Throwing is Williams. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run with Harris. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Another run here with Harris. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Wilson to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bears offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Williams in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Williams. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
He'll try the right side now with Harris. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Strong. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Johnson. Now a loose football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Johnson. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll tuck, and he will score. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now a toss left side for Harris. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's 1st and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll manage only a couple. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Another run here with Johnson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. This one high, over the middle, but complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. A gain of 21 on that pass play. That's a Steeler 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 6. A give, and here comes Harris. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll air one out. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Tyler Scott from his end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will begin with a run by Swift and a short pickup past the 25.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
On 1st down, it's Swift. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get this underneath to Swift. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Now Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That's taken in. And he indeed picks up a Bears 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often, the days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
He'll swing this out to Swift. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Williams to the air once more. He's got his big target, Everett. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Swift, and this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Defense. Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Johnson. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Russ. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On second down, Russ. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
We'll try to run for it with Harris. He will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Steelers.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first down, right back to Harris. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll give it to Harris again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Another run here with Harris. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Second down and 8. On the give, it's Harris. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.